Good day, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska-Koper, and today we are going to talk about a recently published book, The War of Our Times, Wojna naszych czasów. I'm in this awkward situation today that I'm actually the co-author of this book, but gladly with me in the studio is Michał Werczuk, also the co-author of the book. Michał, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me, and I suppose I'm in an awkward situation as well.
Well, it's been a toil, isn't it? It's been a hard time to get it done, but it's out there, freshly printed, and it's a wonderful, wonderful testimony of a great and amazing work done by the foundation Fundacja Oczami Nieba, for the Eyes of Heaven, which created this shelter on Łazienkowska 14, and we had this opportunity to write down the stories of Poles who created this shelter and about the Ukrainians who went through this shelter, bringing their stories from the front and bringing their stories from Ukraine. You are an expert about the East, you are an expert of Ukraine, and you were able to put through your knowledge the stories of people who went through the shelter. But you also made the chapter about the volunteers, the Polish volunteers, so double two things. And moreover, you also take the stories, the wonderful story about two Natalias. So two women, Polish Natalia and Ukrainian Natalia, who both sort of met because of this war and created the destiny for each other. I speak about those things sort of in a nutshell, but of course our readers, I do hope that they will have a chance to read about it, because in our plans there is also a future to create this book and write it and publish it in English. But tell me, first of all, you approach this topic, what is your overall judgment about the initiative of the shelter itself and the people you met?
So yeah, you first thing first. So you said I'm an expert of Ukraine about Ukraine topic. I don't know if I'm an expert. I just spend a lot of time there. Maybe let's get this straight. But when we started writing this book, when we started doing the research, I met a lot of people, volunteers from this foundation, Oczami Nieba. And, at the beginning I didn't know how to start. And with, certain amount of conversation conducted with those volunteers, not only we, but I realize that those are the people that are from different groups, different, worlds actually, but they're connected in one beautiful thing, which is like volunteering, helping each other, and helping the Ukrainian people living here. And that was extremely inspiring, and that's why I decided to write a chapter called Oczami Nieba, through the eyes of the God,
Or through the eyes of heaven.
Of heaven, yeah, I'm sorry.
About the volunteers who took part in it. And this is one thing to say, those are people who are not be trained to help, not be trained to be the social workers or people who are sort of helping all the time. But they, some of them have this vocation of helping since before. It's not the first time they became volunteers, but few of them, or I would say majority of them, are actually people who became volunteers and like helpers just because of this war in Ukraine. Like, it changed their hearts and opened their minds and their mindset to do something for others because of also the closeness of this war, the fact that it happened just next to our border, that we were faced with so many immigrants, with so many refugees who suddenly appeared on Polish train station, on Polish in the public sphere, and we've seen those people in their desperation, and they're also so poor, so without homes and without future and lost. And most of our society felt like we have to do something. People were opening their houses and so on, and then but people were so many, then there was a need of creating the shelter. And that's why it was created in the basement of the church, and it works until today.
Yeah, but I firmly believe that those people working there as volunteers are skilled enough to do that kind of work because they are doctors after like rehabilitation and medical studies. They're lawyers and many other specialities around. So even education system, for example, like the first grades, for example, many of
Teachers, yes.
girls were teachers or are teachers here in Warsaw. So basically, the help they can provide to the refugees is crucial. So I would say that they are skilled enough to help. And in fact, you're right. Many of them started volunteering because of the war in Ukraine, or because of what happened at the border. But many of them actually helped before and were involved in many volunteering work before the war, in many charity actions.
Absolutely. So right now, what is left for us, the viewers of Pilon Daily, is to very, very strongly encourage all of you to take this book, to read The War of Our Times, but also to visit the Fundacja Oczami Nieba, the Foundation for Eyes of Heaven, and check their actions and the creation of the shelter in Łazienkowska 14, because maybe you will be the future volunteers of this place. Thank you very much for watching our show.